Please give it up for my best friend. Give it up for DJ Elliott, everybody. Big round of applause for her. Big round of applause.
Wait. Did you just call me your best friend?
I was the best man at your wedding. I gotta say it. It's obligatory at this point. All right, so,
I've just never heard you say it. I say it all the time. How many of you have a BFF and you call them your best friend all the time, but they don't say it back? I just heard it back for the first time in 10 years.
Listen.
10 years.
And now you realize why I don't say it, because he's having a real soft-ass moment right now. Y'all see this? You see this right now? Okay. Welcome to the show, folks. All right, so here's the thing. We have a bunch of people backstage that are about to come out here, and they're going to show you their art. They're going to show you their hard work, and I need you guys to show them some love, all right? When they come around the corner, if you like what you see, go absolutely nuts. In fact, do that for me right now. Do you like what you see? Excellent. If you don't like what you see, here's what you do. Everybody raise your right hand nice and high. Raise it up. Wave it, pat yourself on the back, and shut up. This ain't about you, okay? When they come out the bag, you show them a whole lot of love. Now listen, I can't stress this enough. We're gonna have cameras on the stage, but we're gonna have cameras in the audience as well. If you called into work, or if you have some sort of criminal warrant, this is not gonna be a good look for you, okay? All I need you guys to do is have a great time. When they come across the stage, go absolutely nuts. Folks, we're close to doing this, right, my friend? We're close to doing it, all right? Ooh, there's a clock. Ooh, there's a clock in front of me.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
Welcome to the Crown Championship of Cosplay! Baby. Now, Chicago, we bring the championship here, right? So we're going to do this. Are you guys ready to meet our judges? Coming out right now, clap and scream for Ivy Doom Kitty! International recognized cosplayer, artist, gamer, published model based in Los Angeles. Ivy's been an avid fan of comics and gaming since childhood. Ivy is a cast member of IGN's Hero Makeover and as a guest judge on Sci-Fi's original series, Here's a Cosplay, and as a model for various companies. She uses her passion to create her own costumes, create a positive impact in the cosplay community, and is actively supporting various charity organizations. Please, one more time, give it up for Ivy Doom Kitty.
Up next, make some noise for Pepper Monster Cosplay. That's right, Pepper here. She's been cosplaying since 2012 and competitively competing since 2014, specializing in foam and warbler crafting as well as sewing. She is a 6-time Reed Pop Award winner, along with a dozen other awards for her cosplay craftsmanship from cons nationally and internationally, while being a judge for over 5 years. It's Pepper Monster Cosplay.
And now coming on stage, clap and scream for Brittany Ganoza of Ganoza Costuming. Big round of applause for everybody. Cosplay creator of 8 years, specializing in craftsmanship. She's best known for her eye-catching painting style and detailed costume construction. Brittany loves to compete and represented the United States multiple times at international cosplay competitions. When she's not working on her next armor build, Brittany enjoys talking shop and helping others learn about her cosplay. One more time, give Brittany a big round of applause. Ladies, welcome to the Crown Championships of Cosplay. Ladies, there's a lot of folks backstage that are about to come out here and show you their work. What are you ladies looking for? Good talking to you. All right, so we're gonna start with Ivy. Ivy, what are you looking for tonight?
For myself, looking at craftsmanship, definitely showmanship. So when you walk on the stage, rock it and own it.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to move over to Brittany. Brittany, what are you looking for tonight?
Same.
Thank you. All right.
Craftsmanship, for sure. Everything has to be made beautifully, of course, and there is a lot of beautiful costumes here tonight.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, Pepper, you like to add a little flair to yourself. Will they come out here acting the right way? Will that kind of win you over as well?
I am sold on fit.
Yeah.
Because everything here is well made and beautiful, but I want to see them in motion, and I want to see them showing that they understood how it fits and works with their body when they were designing it. So yes, it does win me over if you can really sell it on the stage.
Very, very cool. Well, let's get things out of the way. Are you guys ready to meet our cosplayers? We're going to start off with our armor category. Coming to the stage right now, we have Paisley Glue portraying Maleficent. Here she comes. Give her a big round of applause. Everybody, a big round of applause. The original design, the classic silhouette of dagged sleeves and a horn headdress, then incorporates elements from her final dragon transformation. The costume uses a variety of sewing and armor-making construction techniques, including smocking, corset, wire, foam, clay, faux shapes, LED lights, PVC pipes. The rigging includes metal pins, snaps, hooks, Velcro. The wings are deceptively lightweight, weighing only 3 pounds each. All pioneers were draped, drafted, and constructed from scratch. Please, one more time, give it up for Paisley and Glue as Maleficent.
You can't write while wearing gloves when faking it.
All right, up next we have Lady Allison cosplay as Samus from Metroid. Now the Samus Varia suit is her most difficult build to date. The main body of the suit is made from EVA foam. The arm cannon is foam and uses PVC pipe to create the articulated joints. Wow. The helmet was modeled based on game files and 3D printed at home in ABS plastic. The suit features over 300 programmable LEDs. Now, the EVA parts of the build took approximately 120 hours to complete, with the helmet itself with a print time of 110 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady Allison cosplay.
Come on, Vogue, give it up for her. Coming up next, we have Angus Duff of Dust Cosplay as Laputa Robot. Big round of applause for him as they come to the stage. Holy crap. Holy moly. This 6-month design stated with scale drawings from screenshots of a movie, which I adapted to allow for a movement. The scaled down version is still 7 feet 2 inches tall, 11 of riz. Wow. The head is connected to my head internally so he can look around. Repurposed battery operated LED Christmas lights below the anime look. The right arm is animated to raise a hand out to a flower. The arm is lifted with a 3-to-1 pulley system, and the hand rotates using a spring-loaded cable, all controlled from the inside. I just want to see you go through TSA. Holy moly.
Seriously, it would be
This is an absolute fantastic cosplay and deserves your love. Please go and forward. Laputa Robot. Good God.
I love how it walks.
Everybody say, oh, so adorable. All right.
Come this way.
All right.
So, folks, as you can see, we have a lot of over-the-top cosplays. So it's taking a little bit for us to get them on and off. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as we get through this. Again, we have some amazing, amazing cosplays backstage, and I cannot wait for you to get to see them all. I got to run backstage to see them. There is some crazy stuff you guys are about to see, especially this one right here coming up next. Ellie, you have the card for this one, man. Who's coming up this time?
That's right. This is the Black Bard as Rama from Final Fantasy Dissidia. That's right.
Sweet baby Jesus.
That's right. There's over 300 hours of work in this cosplay. There was hair weaving, Wow. The upper and lower hand-dyed robe, fully lined with embroidery, hand-painted details. Altogether, the robe armor is comprised of over 300 separate pieces of foam, and each of them is hand-painted. So everything down there on the bottom, hand-painted. The robes sit on a crinoline and hoop skirt, and the nails and bracelets were made and hand-painted as well. All to pull together all of this fabulous detail. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Black Bard.
Hey, man. Elliot, how long we been friends, man? Like 20 years or so?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, I felt like you should be further along with this. Why got to be a black bard? Why couldn't it be any other kind of bard, sir?
That's what it said on the card.
Bullshit. All right, here we go. Coming next in the category, give it up for orchestral cosplay as Terendo Whisperwind. Big round of applause, everybody. Orchestral cosplay spent over 250 hours creating this cosplay based on the art of Zach Fisher. All armor is constructed from EVA form using freehand drawn templates and hand cut out bezels. Translucent foam was used for the moons to allow them to glow. Several details, including gems, skulls, beads, were hand sculpted and cast using a variety of materials such as resin, foam clay, sculptly, and hot glue. The body paint takes 2 hours to apply with sticker paper used as a stipple for simmer. Again, 2 hours just to get the maker on. Give her a huge round of applause, everybody.
Yeah, 2 hours. I thought that would take long. I honestly thought it would.
Yeah.
Up next in our armor category is Triz Rex as Swamp Thing from DC Comics. That's right, this build took exactly 2 months to complete using EVA foam mats and a 3mm craft foam for the body. Also used reptile decor and vines for other foliage, and as far as the detail and paint, used an assortment of acrylic paint. This is a mashup from Injustice 2 and the DC Universe show Swamp Thing. Is Triz Rex, everybody.
Did Swamp Thing just hump the crowd?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no, it is not that kind of party. I do not want that kind of wood, sir. Thank you. All right. One more time, give a big round of applause, everybody here. Once again, folks, it takes quite a while to get all this stuff out. Because, again, these cosplays, it takes a lot, but then you got to get inside them and walk around. It looks great in your mirror, but when you walk out here, it's some chafing. All right, so here we go. Coming out next in the armor category, I want to get the thumbs up over there to make sure we're ready. I'm looking at the various bald people over there. One of you should tell me anybody with a bald head. Yes, you with the beard.
Listen, I can't move my finger.
Thank you. Coming out next is Smile Cosplay as Sisters of Battle from Warhammer 40K. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Come on. I said give her a round of applause, folks. Come on. Amazing. The cosplay has taken over 160 hours to produce. All the armor and weapon pieces are made of using Warbler and Eva foam with some 3D modeled and printed parts. All fabric is made from a red velvet with hand textured details. The belt is made from leather that is dyed and hand stitched. The lightning in the gun is an LED track with a remote control board. The scars on the cosplay are made with handmade prosthetics to give it more authentic touch to the character. This cosplay is her first ever full armor build, and I think for a first time full armor build, she knocked it out the park. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Come on. All right. Please don't fall. I have no insurance money.
Up next on the stage, it's Aegis Studios as the Ebon Blade Lothar from World of Warcraft. Been making cosplays for a little over a year. This cosplay took 6 months to create, and it's based on a Zach Fisher design. The entire costume, from the scale mail to the feathers, is made from scratch with various thicknesses of SKS Props HD foam. The skulls on the shoulders and the dragons on the sword hilt are organically sculpted by hand using HD foam clay. It was then hand-painted with Deco Art acrylics. Now, this is the first time working with programmable LEDs and microcontrollers to control the glowing effect on the sword and the armor. Suffer well, everyone.
I'm going to get hit by one of these swords.
Probably.
All right, here we go. Coming out next in the armor category. In fact, the final one of the armor is Zephyr as Moira Odarain from Overwatch. A big round of applause for him. Here we go. Moira took over 1,500 hours to construct and includes custom designed 3D printed armor, resin, casting program LEDs, and needlework. The majority of the armor and props were 3D modeled from scratch into 198 individual components that were 3D printed in plastic. After service fitting, all parts were airbrushed with modeling paints. The costume features 1,415 LEDs, sweet baby Jesus, controlled by 2 Adreno microcontrollers and powered by 20,000 milliamp power watch. Folks, please, one more time, give it up for Zephyr, everybody. Big round of applause. That was a good category, Elliot.
That's right, the final contestant in our armor category. You're going to like this. It's Lorenzo Pena as Bumblebee. From the bottom up, it starts with wooden soles that are dremeled and carved to fit 2-foot-tall drywall stilts. EVA foam is then built on the soles and over the rest of the stilts. After that, a chassis is built out of PVC pipes, bolt straps, and football padding, and the rest of the construction is cutted, heated, molded, and glued using EVA foam. There are other random objects repurposed for all of this, of course, and the building time for this took a little over 6 months. It's Lorenzo Pena, everyone. What do you think about that, Ruben?
I am aroused. Transformers is my geek, though.
I know this.
This is my car is named Soundwave. This is just everything to me. I mean, not only did he have to build this thing, he had to learn how to walk stilts. You know what I'm saying? That is amazing. One more time, give a big round of applause, everybody. That is it for our armor category. Now that we've seen what the armor category has to show us, we're going to head back over here to our judges to see what they think. We're going to move over here to Pepper Monster. Pepper Monster, you obviously have some knowledge about building those. No, you have some knowledge about building those custom pieces out of the plastic and foam and make them into armor and the whatnot. So, like, what goes through your head when you're trying to make something? How difficult is it?
What goes through my head? A lot of things, a lot of panic. I usually take into consideration where I'm going, where I'm taking it, and how I'm getting it there. Yeah. That's my starting point because I have to design my entire costume to fit into a suitcase, to be checked luggage. So I actually start from the ground up of where am I going and how am I getting it there, and then I build outward from that plan to varying degrees of success.
Well, I got another question for you. When you are going through TSA and they open up that suitcase and it's got random ass armor in it, what do you tell them?
It's not mine.
Okay. All right, folks, it's time for our FX category. Are you ready? Here we go. Coming out now is Air Bubbles Cosplay as Warlock from Destiny 2. The cosplay was constructed over the course of 5 months using silk fabric, spandex, foam, wire, programmed electronics, 3D printed pieces, glue, and lots of thread. All the patterns are custom made, and all the small details were created as vectors and then cut out and or traced later. All the fabric pieces were draped and patterned from scratch. Holy moly, it's amazing. One more time, give it up for Air Bubbles Cosplay. It's Warlock from Destiny 2.
Hitting the stage next, we have Gankin as Zero from Mega Man X. That's right. This is Gankin's very first cosplay character, everybody. That's right. It was first made for C2E2 2018, and he's been upgrading it over the last 24 months. Well over 1,000 hours were invested in learning 3D modeling, painting, electronics building, and coding. Everything was personally built, designed, painted, coated, and built. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Genkin.
Where my Mega Man fans? Where you at tonight, folks? Where my Mega Man fans out, guys? Come on. That's what I'm talking. Whoa, whoa, oh God. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Can you get down the stairs?
Every time they walk near this edge, my butt puckers just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just a slightly bit. One more time, give him a big round of applause. Don't point at me.
And don't use the smoke near him. He has asthma.
All right, coming to next in the FX category, we have Oakenshield Cosplay as Steampunk Tinkerbell from Peter Pan. Fire. All you need is faith, trust, and a whole lot of steam. The original design merges Disney's Tinkerbell with steampunk culture. Multiple techniques were used in the creation of this cosplay, including sewing, hand embroidery, foam work, 3D modeling, printing, custom circuitry, and over 200 NeoPixels with motion-activated light effects. The wings flap via a rotary mechanism. Altogether, this cosplay took over 150 fabrication hours. Listen, I really, really wish you guys could get up close and see the mechanics of this. It's truly amazing. Give her a big round of applause, all right? Okay, what's about to come out now can only happen at a cosplay. Give it to me, brother.
Exactly. It is Sutton Family Cosplay as Mr. T's Night Elf Mohawk from World of Warcraft. This costume is comprised of a multitude of different materials. And he's going to ride a tiger. That's all that needs to be said. It was using EVA foam, craft foam, Warbler, Wonderflex, PVC, wood, leather, LEDs, servos, Arduino boards, aluminum rabbit fur, faux fur, duck fur, as well as many other furs. This costume took over 1,000 hours of work and planning. Everything seen on this costume has been made by hand, including the hand embroidery. The most compelling skills learned was how to tool leather, and the shoulder pauldrons and shoe covers are hand-tooled leather. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. T's Night Elf Mohawk. You're trying to figure out how to make that tiger, aren't you?
I'm trying to figure out whose wheelchair did he take apart to turn into this, like,
Right?
that's absolutely ridiculous. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Big round of applause.
Of course you have to have.
See, what I love about this competition, Elliot, is the true ingenuity. Like I joke, ooh, that's gonna fall. Ooh, I'm trying.
All I know is his tail was wagging.
So I saw the smoke and I thought it was a problem. So I thought it was an emergency. So folks, before see that sound? Listen, there will not be an emergency today. Just don't stand on your chairs. Don't block any aisleways. Again, there will not be an emergency, but you will know an emergency. Just please follow the running black people. All right, so because I'm out, bruh.
And I've learned I can't use that joke. True story. No. We have to tell it. No, we'll tell it later. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, coming out next, Son of Fire Cosplay as Jack the Ripper from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This is the 5th version of this cosplay, and it has been rebuilt better and more accurate each time. The motorized face shield uses modified micro servo motors to open and close via a toggle switch located in the left hand. The cosplay also incorporates fabric. That's cool. As recycling as the synthetic muscle fibers are made using old sweaters. Okay, I love this. The muscle fibers were made using old sweaters and corduroy that were bleached and redyed. The entire cosplay is handcrafted, 3D printed, and was designed by Son of Fire Cosplay. What an amazing job. Please give it up for Jack the Ripper. Bio Cosplay's up next as Treasure Goblin from Diablo. Oh my. Now this costume took 5 months to create. The head was made using EVA foam and foam clay. While vision is limited, he can see out of holes in the nose. The eyes are clear ornaments that were painted and lit with fairy lights. The muscle suit was made by carving upholstery foam with a knife and a rotary tool, then gluing it to the bodysuit. The suit was then covered with pantyhose and coated with neoprene rubber. Everything was painted with acrylics. While it may seem like the sack is full of treasure, it's actually just a beach ball.
And I'm not going to lie to you. That looked exactly like my ex-girlfriend. At least that's how I remember her. Coming up right now is Spare Spooky Scans Giga from Pokemon. Holy moly. This big, huggable Pokemon measures at over 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide. The costume is constructed from soft foam, mounted on a backpack harness and covered in soft fleece. The outer layer is entirely hand sewn, which took over 40 hours. The eyes glow with LEDs, and the entire costume took 2 months to build, and I think it was 2 months well spent. Please give it up for Spare Spooky Scans. Come on, look at that thing. One more time, give everybody the FX category. Big round of applause, everybody. So that was a great category. Ivy, this question comes over here to you. Ivy, you are an OG in the cosplay game. So what got you into this in the first place?
The fandom. You know, I fell in love with video games and comics as a kid, and
Yeah.
from there discovered that there were comic book conventions that also cater to all the things that I love, and fell in love with cosplay, seeing that for the first time. And you know, once you make a costume, wear a costume, buy a costume, whatever it is, you just dive in head first, and you just get massively.
What would you tell to a person trying to do their very first cosplay? What advice would you give them?
Just do it. I'd say just go for it. Have fun with it. It's cosplay. It's costume play. It's meant to be fun, right? So have fun with it. And if it's your very first time, pick a character that you're going to have fun with, that you love, because you're going to have so much more fun. And ignore anybody that says anything about your body type, your skin color, whatever. Cosplay who you want. Embrace it. Own it.
That's what I'm talking about. And with that, we move on to our needlework category. You guys ready to do this thing? You guys ready? Coming out now, here's Lady Azalina as Marie Antoinette. Big round of applause for everybody. Simply amazing, folks. Made with red velveteen, custom appliques, and beaded with over 4,000 beads and crystals. This gem has taken over 15 months to recreate. All appliques are custom designed and hand sequined. The wig is styled using period techniques and showcases of decorative feathers, antique jewelry, and a small model ship. Folks, again, this is another one of those that you truly have to get up close to see the absolute ridiculousness of it all. Please give it up for Marie Antoinette, everybody. Big round of applause. Uh-oh, I got you. We got you. Just amazing. Please give her, you played it off like a G. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. A big round of applause.
Hitting our stage next, Jedi Manda as Kitana from Mortal Kombat. Causing fatalities in Mortal Kombat for 27 years. Here's the latest look for Kitana. With this 5-month build, Amanda utilized skills such as custom patterning, fabric painting, leatherwork, and foam smithing armor. The bodice is made from real leather with foam pauldrons. The fans can articulate with a deadly slash, just like in the game. Amanda tapped into brand new skills to make the mask by hand sculpting, molding, and slush casting it out for the very first time. She then painted and weathered it off to show the new battle-ready ruler of the Outworld. It's Kitana, everyone.
Here we go, folks. In the needle category is Glenn Reyes as King George from Hamilton. Isn't he lovely? The frock coat and robe is made of faux silk fabric and rich velvet with over 50 yards of gold metallic trim. The same exact trim used in the music. You better get it. The buttons were machine embroidered, screen and accuracy. Each of the over 200 black polka dot furs were individually hand sewn into the robe. The crown is made of aluminum metal sheet and covered in warbler. This embellished with glass and Swarovski crystals and pearls. The entire costume took over 5 months to construct. Glenn has been sewing. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Give it to the people. Give it to the people, Glenn. Give it to the people, Glenn. Let them know what you're working with. Oh.
Showing his fully armored battalion.
He is not afraid to show a little leg. Please give it up for Glenn Reyes as King George.
Here we have Perler Tricks art and cosplay as Death Eater Riot Lucius Malfoy from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
Where my Harry Potter fans at? Come on, guys.
Brian Soda built everything you see here. The robes were custom drafted and sewn, including hand-couched pleather inserts and crushed velvet linings. The tunic was sewn using upholstery vinyl, featuring freehand quilted chest and gauntlet details. The headdress, boots, and wand holster are sewn EVA foam with a wax finish. Foam clay was sculpted to create the skull mask. 3D printing and a wood lathe were used to create the wand, and the torch was built using hand-dyed warbler and animated with motorized LEDs. The costume also features Brian's first sewn pants and first customized wig, and the torch features motorized LED lights to give the appearance of moving flames. I think it turned out fantastic. How about y'all?
Coming up next in the Needlework category, Assassin's Creed fans, you should make some noise right now for Evie Cosplay as Evie Fry. Made from velvet, leather, suede, silk, fabric. This self-designed cosplay features 25 feet of custom embroidery and took more than 300 hours of work to bring to life. Additional details were custom designed and 3D printed, as well as sculpted out of foam clay. She spent hours making the hood embroidery design exactly to match that was shown in the game. I think she said time's well spent. Please, one more time, give it up for Evie Cosplay. You finally beat Assassin's Creed, right? Which one?
Yeah.
Which one were you playing?
I just finished Odyssey.
Yeah. I'm back playing Black Flag again because now it's on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Why are we having this conversation? Let's get back to the cosplay competition. Here we
Up
go.
next is Amanda Stroya as Padme Amidala from Star Wars. This costume is a recreation of Padme's senator gown from Episode 2. The outer coat fabric was designed and printed through spoonflower to ensure the purple flame pattern was screen accurate. All the embroidered swirls on the sleeves and skirt were created by hand sewing thin cord against a pencil design on an embroidered hoop. The skirt alone took 20 hours, with an estimate of about 50 hours altogether. There are also beads and glitter embedded into the elegant detail, and the headpiece was created with braided drapery rope and made to look like an elaborate updo. Ladies and gentlemen, Padme Amidala.
Coming up next in Needleclad, we have Emily Cosplay as Sarah from World of Warcraft. Big round of applause for everybody. Come on, everybody. Based on her original design by Sunset Dragon, this gown took over 600 build hours. The gown was patterned from scratch, including undergarments using over 300 yards of fabric, and portions were ombre dip dyed. Each of the armor pieces were made from foam or 3D printed, adorned with sculpted gems that had been cast in resin with LED lights. The leaf details were hand embroidered. The gown is embellished. There is a combination over 50,000 beads and rhinestones on the gown alone, 8,000 of which are in the shoes alone. Absolutely amazing. One more time, give her a big round of applause, everybody. There you go.
Up next, we have the Cosplay Widow as King Louis XVI from History of the World, Part 1. Now, King Louis here is a 2-year-long labor of love adorned with 57 hand-embroidered flower and 500 hand-cut lace leaf appliques sewn onto a cream jacket and vest with over 26,000 gold seed beads. The beading alone took over 400 hours. That's right, the entire costume is handmade and hand-beaded, including the bow, the broadcloth, and it's topped with a custom crown made of warbler. It's definitely good to be the king. Ladies and gentlemen, Cosplay Widow.
Coming up next in Needlework, we have Katie Stingamabobs as Princess Zelda. Legend of Zelda fans, make some noise right now. Here we go. Zelda required various types of fabrics and materials with a focus on getting the gold detailing just right. The armor is created from leather and pressed with the same gold vinyls as the various details throughout the costume. Each piece of fabric was custom dyed to get continuity throughout the design and to closely represent Hannah Alexander's vision as possible. This costume took well over 200 hours of work, 200 hours well spent. Please, one more time, give it up for Katie's Thingamabobs as Princess Zelda.
Up next, we have Murata Damalu as Captain Korra from Savage Worlds 50 Fathoms Role-Playing World. Now, Captain Korra's suit is inspired by the Pirates of the Caribbean and late 18th century naval courtwear and is made from silk. Her favorite part is the elaborate embroidery that she designed, manually digitized, and machine embroidered, all based on original artwork. There are 38 embroidery files averaging 30,000 stitches per file and 17 colors of thread. She constructed all the visible elements of the costume, except the shoes, from scratch, and this took all a little over a year, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think?
I'll go talk to these people. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Hey, listen, I need a favor. If you know who what the cosplay is, you clap your butt off. If you don't know what the cosplay is, you clap your butt off, all right?
Woo!
I said you clap your butt off. There we go, we're back. We're back. All right, coming out next in the Needlework category, we have Jelly Creates Jade from Mortal Kombat 11. Big round of applause. Jelly drafted the patterns of the fabric and armor components herself. The dress and the accessory were constructed using a combination of suede, stretch satin, leather, and vinyl. The armor was created using multiple layers of EVA foam for embossed leather effect. Additional props were also 3D modeled and crafted by Jelly herself. This includes her staff and Jade's signature weapons. The staff marks her first adventure in combining LED with cosplay. Although it was a challenge, she captured the fatal green glow necessary for a flawless victory. Give it up for Jade.
Up next, we have Tom Cat as the evil queen from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's right, decked out in upholstery grade velvets, this ensemble was draped and drafted by hand from the gloves to the gusset in the cape. Every detail was measured twice and cut once. The cape is over 15 yards of black velvet and peach skin trimmed in white fake fur. The gown is made of up to 5 yards of royal blue velvet. Total work time, 100 hours. And he watched Snow White over 50 times in order to get it as accurate as possible. Give it up for the evil queen, everyone.
Coming up next is one odd human as Queen Amidala from Star Wars The Phantom Menace. This ensemble weighing 28 pounds took years, clocking 2,758 hours from research, patterning, drafting, and building. Her headdress combines foam work, thermoplastic molding. The dress features 24 custom pattern panels and 16 for each sleeve. Each of the 107 yards of hand-rolled piping running through it all. Sculpted, molded, and casted with jewels with glowing LEDs complete the work. This is her first time at C2E2, and she started C2E2 with a bang. Please give it up for one odd human as Queen Amidala.
Wow. Here we have Shield Maiden cosplay as Yasha from Critical Role. You remember her from earlier, don't you, Ruben? That sword is bigger than you are. Oh. The process of making this cosplay was an exercise in translating artwork of improbable and impractical clothing into functional garments. The undershirt, leggings, gloves, and bracer used 25 yards of elastic, both for fit to recreate the detailing of the original. Many pieces were hand-patterned, then weathered by spraying, stippling, and brush techniques. I think it all came together really well. What about y'all?
Yugiri in as Spain. Give Spain a big round of applause, everybody. Presenting Spain from Access Power and all of his glittering golden glamour. The entire costume took a year to complete, from custom pattern drafting to the settling of the last stud. The jacket alone required over 6 months of daily work. and comprised up to 3 layers of hand-attached embroidery, manual beadwork, and over 500 rhinestones, individually cut to custom Italian velvet. For more plan, give Yugiri a huge round of applause.
And finally, it is Casey Renee Cosplay as Ariel from The Little Mermaid. That's right, she spent over 300 hours sewing, embroidering, and embellishing her own version of Ariel's ball gown. She took inspiration from the animated film as well as the parks to make all her mermaid dreams come true. Everything from her hoop skirt and corset to the flowers you see in her gown were handmade using thousands of crystals, all by her. Casey learned embroidery, digitizing, and the finesse of machine embroidery to make this dress come to life. And wait a minute. Ladies, it has pockets. That's right. And that's a big deal, I've been told.
Why do the goers go crazy when the dress has pockets?
I know, I have like, in this suit alone, I have like 17 pockets.
That young lady came out here, all that hand stitching, all that work. Moment she put her hand, oh, hell yeah. You guys love, that was my favorite. That was my favorite part. Oh, God.
I was wondering why they were screaming.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of that category. Let's head back over to our judges to see what they think. Brittany, you've done a lot of cosplaying in your years. So, number one, how do you choose what the next cosplay as? And what is the most difficult thing for you about cosplaying?
That's a loaded question. Choosing cosplay is so incredibly hard for me because I compete so often. And you always got to come up with the biggest and the best and the brightest thing in the room, and it's really, really hard. So I try to stick with things that I love. Video games, blah, blah, blah. You know, always stick with something that you love. What was the other question? I don't remember.
What is the hardest thing for you about cosplaying?
Anything to do with a computer. Please don't make me do something on the computer. I will cry.
Well, let me ask you a question then. When you're not cosplaying, do you do this full time? What do you do for a living?
I do this full time, but please don't make me use a computer.
Okay, all right.
Electronics, any of that.
I like it. So here we go, folks. Now we got to meet all of our fine folks from here in Chicago. Now, this is the championship of cosplay. So now we're going to meet the folks that have won in their divisions throughout the country. Now, when they come on stage here, show them a lot of love. Later on, we're going to crown our Chicago champion, and they're going to compete with them later on in the show.
Correct.
And so here we go. You guys ready to do this thing? Here we go. It's time for our regional.
What inspired this costume choice was first because Siri's a great character, and second because I really liked the range of materials and techniques going on in this outfit. There's embroidery, there's chainmail, there's armor. There are also a lot of new techniques I wanted to try. I did a little bit of weaving for the wrist wraps. I made my own boots. That was new. I'm honestly just really hyped to see everybody's work. I'm not intimidated by everyone, I'm just geeking out over all the cool stuff.
Here we go, that's one of our champions from Keystone. Let's go meet her. She comes to the table one more time. Give me a Gillian Cohen and Siri from The Witcher 3. Gillian is an old school handcraft nerd who loves meticulous technique and naturalistic materials. She spent over 500 hours building her Siri, over half of which was spent on her hand embroidery and finishing to create garments that feel rugged and authentic to the setting, but also eclectic and richly embellished. Lots of SAT words here. All of the main pieces were done with wool, leather. Techniques included pattern making, sewing, embroidery, tablet weaving, chainmail, warbler, jewelry making, sculpture, leatherwork, and it came together like Voltron. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Absolutely amazing.
I was inspired by all my love about video games. When I play video games, I enter that world, and this time, with the help of the cosplay, I try to take out that character to our world. Cosplay allows my character of childhood, my hero, come to life. Really, it's a tool for us to say something else and to inspire everyone.
That's right. The New York Comic Con champion, it's Kelly's as Super Mario from Super Mario Brothers. That's right, he poured himself into this cosplay as a tribute inspired by the post-apocalyptic look of Mad Max, Borderline, and Dead Stranding. Using all kinds of materials like EVA foam, PVC, Warbler, foam clay, epoxy resin, acrylic paints, LEDs, electric wiring, and hand-painted fabrics to represent everything loved from the franchise. Baby Yoshi was hand sculpted with many hours of production. The suit was completed by hand painting it to emulate the texture of cell shading as viewed in many video games. We saw it in New York, we're seeing it here again. Ladies and gentlemen, Achilles.
Listen, Nintendo, if you are watching this, make that damn game. Please make that game. All right, let's move on to our next champion.
Well, I've always thought the character had some really cool costume designs, and I just wanted to find something that was really dynamic, and I was just flipping through all the different iterations of the character, and it had this just crazy weaponry and hair and clothing, and I always look for something that's going to look really amazing on stage, just because why make a costume if it's not going to be over the top? It was like when I won my competition, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I had never competed at that level before. I would have been blown away to get third, so when I got first, I nearly passed out, so that was really exciting.
Yes, here we go. All the way from Emerald City, Frostlyn Jada from World Grand Hearthstone. Big round of applause for everybody. Every element of this costume was made by hand. The cloak, the skirt pattern from scratch, hand stitched, painted. The armor, dragon skull, and staff are all sculpted from foam and finished in the Warbler. The dragon breathes smoke on command. The bone staff crystals is powered with 2 sets of LEDs, allowing it to pulse. 2 sets of color patterns on command. Again, we see why she's already a champion. Please give it up for Artemis Wild. Wow. So, that was the end of our regional competition. So just a few moments, we're going to crown our Chicago champion. Chicago champion is going to compete against those fine folks, and then that champion is going to compete against the entire world. So, judges, you guys have a lot to deliberate about. So what we're going to do here in just a few moments is we're going to let you guys head to the back, start to figure out who's going to win this bad boy. And while you do that, we're going to give some free stuff out to the crowd. So please, one more time, give our judges a big round of applause, everybody. Here we go, folks. It's time to do this thing. It's time to crown some champions. Now, no matter what happens, no matter who comes on this stage, please give them a lot of love. Again, it takes a lot of hard work to get here. This is our championship. So let's start with the armor category. Coming in third, Lady Allison as cosplay Metroid. You're not. Nope. Oh. We're all going over here. There you go. This is different. No, they changed it on me. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Let's try that one more time. Dude, that beard. All right. Here we go. You heard it already. Give her a big round of applause. Coming in third. Give it for Lady Allison as cosplay as Metroid. Big round of applause for everybody. Big round of applause for. In second place, Duff cosplay as Laputa Robot. And the champion of the armor category goes to Paisley and Glue as Maleficent! One more time, give our champ a big round of applause. Everybody, big round of applause for her. It's pretty good. It's pretty. I love how the whole stage smells like glue and paint. So again, folks, thank you guys so much for joining us here at C2E2. Again, truly hoping you guys had a good time today. Who's coming back tomorrow? Who's coming back tomorrow? Who spent way too much damn money today? Who spent way too? My people. All right.
Yeah, your wife texted me and told me to keep you off the show floor tomorrow.
I bought 3 different varieties of lightsaber for no reason. I bought so many Transformers.
Hey, also, don't forget, immediately following our, once we announce who our winners are, there's going to be a cosplay after party right out there in the lobby for free with drinks and some fun, so feel free to stick around.
Also, don't forget, right after this, I'm getting drunk. All right, here we go. I need scotch. All right, here we go. Coming up now, folks, clap and cheer for all the folks in our FX category. A big round of applause for them as they head to the stage. That everybody? No, man. That's everybody, yeah? One more. You bringing the tiger back? Oh, yeah, we forgot. Oh, how can we miss the giant Pokemon? This is what happens if Grimace led a terrible life. Now, before we even get to crowning them, I want everybody on stage strike a pose. Everybody on stage, strike a pose. Get your cameras out. Take that picture. Strike a pose, my friends. Strike a pose. Nice job. Here we go, folks. Let's give away some medals. All right. In third, Oakenshield Cosplay as Stinkbutt Tinkerbell. Big round of applause for everybody. Big round of applause. In second place, Get King at 0. Wait, does it play me? Fire. All right, here we go. And in first place, Bio Cosplay as Treasure Goblin! Give him a big round of applause. Come on, people. Come on out here. Come on. Give a big round of applause for all the folks in the Needlework category. Big round of applause for them as they head to the stage. Getting the last few up here. Last few up here. Cosplayers, strike your pose. Strike your pose, cosplayers. Get those cameras out, folks. Give it to the people. There it is. Strike your pose. Let them know about all the hard work you did. Here we go. Time to crown our champions. Coming in third. Clap and scream for Marie Antoinette, everybody. Big round of applause for everybody. Big round of applause. In second place, Princess Zelda. Big round of, turn around, show the people. Come on, give her a big round of applause, everybody. And in first place, one-odd human as Queen Amidala! So here we go. Now, Chicago, it's time to cast or announce your champion, all right? These three people are gonna come up here. The winner of this category is gonna represent you later on in this competition.
We do 3, 2, wait, no. We do 3, 2, 3, 2, and then 1.
But I know.
Okay.
I said the winner. I said, I talk for a living. I said the winner. Am I wrong?
Please don't do it.
The same person. Okay. Here we go. I make all my damn money talking. All right, here we go. Coming in third place. Give it up for Casey Renee Cosplay as Ariel! Show the pockets! Show the pockets! Coming in second. The Veil Cosplay as is Sarah! Coming in first place, Zephyr as Moira! One more time, give them a big round of applause, everybody!
All right. So we're going to bring the other regional champs back on stage. Make some noise for them.
Big round of applause for him. Here we go, folks. It's time. Whoever wins this, you're representing for the big things. Here we go. I'm so nervous. I'm going to pee on myself. Grab that from you. The winner is Zephyr! Big round of applause for him, everybody! All right, so here we go. Zephyr, congratulations. We're going to escort these fine folks off stage. I just need these shoes, man. Those are some pimp stuff right there. All right. So here we go. And now, my friends, it's time to do this thing. We met all the folks from the good old USA. Now we're going to introduce you guys to folks from around the world. We're holding. Sure. So again, that person who just won here, Zephyr, is then going to represent us for the folks around the world. So again, you haven't seen these folks yet as they come out on stage. When they come out of here, show them a whole lot of love. We have just a little bit left in the show. So far, you guys have been doing great. Keep that energy alive for. Remember, we're still taping stuff in the audience. A lot of you are starting to slide down in your seat and get your belly out there. The more you slide, the more you look wide. All right. So sit up in your chair, arching your back, smile on your face, all that great stuff. We're just getting everything all set and ready to go as we introduce. I am sweating my drawers off up here. I am sweating like I am on trial, but that's okay, all right? We're waiting. This is me tap dancing. I am distracting you as we wait. Here, what can I do to distract you? Here we go. Black Velociraptor. Oh, we're good. Okay, I can stop that now. All right. You know I'm stupid. Here we go.
I do. Now all of Chicago knows.
All right, folks. Time to do our global competition. Here we go.
Her favorite character in the Heroes of the Storm, another Blizzard game, was the Golden, and that Golden character became her favorite character to play. The toughest thing in making this Golden cosplay was manufacturing the mask, because it was her first time manufacturing those masks, and sometimes it was kind of hard to breathe. Competing at C2E2 with other people is like incredible, and she thinks that she's dreaming.
Here we go, folks, coming to the stage right now. I know, give it up for Inhan as Gul'dan from World of Warcraft! This mask was designed by making basic model covering plaster, pouring latex foam, and baking in the oven. Mustache is made of artificial hair and glue. Armor is based on EVA foam and painted by acrylic paint. Diverse feelings are given by sewing thick blackout cloth, suede, and linen, including weathering. A 24-volt of LED bar is used at the shoulder and wrists to create the luminous glyph. Many skills created the cosplay armor, manufacture, special makeup, costume design, special effects like LED and smoke. And now you know why she's one of our world champions. Please give it up for Inha as Golden. Yeah, I'm going to help you out, Golden. Come on over here, buddy. You go down them steps. You're going to fall. We're going to put you on YouTube.
Hey, Ruben.
And then you become.
Remember in that video, she had a translator?
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm just. You can talk to her all you want, but
I could see. I was covering you, jackass. All right. Who's next, man? Who's going out next now?
I wanted to create something completely new that covered a broad spectrum of skills that would challenge me. What makes my costume stand out would be the fact that it covers such a broad spectrum of things: sewing and beading and embroidery and armor and electronics and 3D printing and all that stuff. I'm going into it feeling really nervous. Everyone is incredibly talented. I've seen the costumes, I've spoken to them outside, and I'm not gonna expect anything. I'll just do my best.
that's right, ladies and gentlemen, from South Africa, give it up for Jinx Kitty Cosplay as the Blood Priestess Bathory. That's right, she is the second champion from South Africa to be representing our friends from Johannesburg here, and she's been cosplaying for 5 years. She has over 1,000 hours and over 5 months invested in this cosplay right now. Every sewn element of this costume follows historical methods and is adorned with filigree hand embroidery, thousands of pearls, and realistic ribbon roses. The armor features hand-sculpted skull details and realistic weathering with tarnish, blood, and real rust. The spiked back piece and functioning motorized gyroscope staff were 3D designed, printed, and finished by hands. And I think it's amazing.
This is what a world champion looks like. Give her a big round of applause, everybody.
Right.
Listen, we've seen a lot of great cosplay locally. You see a lot of great cosplay nationally. But man, it's beautiful that cosplay just transcends all cultures. You know what I mean?
And the South African folks, everyone at the convention was in cosplay. It was amazing. They definitely have a real love of it.
Well, then let's keep this train rolling, my friend. Here we go.
What inspired that costume idea? It was to get the mount in-game is ridiculously hard if you're doing it with randoms, which was a nightmare, and I just sort of looked at it and went, it would be easier to have it in real life. What makes my costume unique? That's a toughie. Copious amounts of glitter? I don't know. It's got 3,000 LEDs, so the whole thing glows. The most unusual material in the costume would probably be cereal boxes, newspaper, PVA glue, broken curtain poles, and a load of foam dragged out of a skip that was going to go to landfill.
Coming to stage, we have Callie McLeod as Firebird Mount from Final Fantasy XIV. Holy moly! Made from mostly recycled, salvaged, or repurposed materials, including cereal boxes, newspaper, PVA glue for solid parts, and polyethylene underlay foam, and broken curtain rods. They were being thrown away or given to another life and used for wings and tail. Again, her wings were curtains that were about to be thrown away. The fabric was very cheap from cutouts. The costume took 13 months to build, most of which making individual feathers or hand soldering the 3,000 LEDs. Again, hand soldering 3,000 LEDs. Give her a huge round of applause, man. Oh my goodness. You guys gotta get up and see this. You have to see the way she's controlling the wings, the way it's propped up in the back, the detail, the sparkling, the LED lights, everything. I was a chipmunk at Disney, so I know it's hard to see out of cut. Not a joke, real life. And the way she made it so she could actually see, give her a big round of applause, everybody. Big round of applause for her. Truly amazing. All the way from the UK.
So that had to fit in bags on the plane.
Goodness gracious. All right. Here comes our next contestant.
I'm Lilo Chris Cosplay. I'm from France. I win Comic-Con Paris, and I'm Lagata of Peking. I did a professional training about leather to make this costume. She's strong. She do what she wants. She's a warrior. I'm very, very excited to be here with you.
Here we have Lilo Chris Cosplay as Lagertha from Vikings. Now, everything is handmade using authentic Viking techniques and materials, everybody. The shield was made in the traditional way with raw pine. It's 12 boards for the base and 2 boards for the handle. There's natural linen for more solidity and realism, and real metal plate for the umbo hammered to give it shape. She hammered it by hand, everybody. There's real rust, wrought iron nails, leather stripping all around, and she used a little piece of wood for the painting. Total time invested, 504 hours, everybody. Traditional Viking techniques, everybody.
Here comes our next cosplayer.
The thing that inspired my Monster Hunter costume is the level of detail in the costumes. Like, they've taken this beautiful inspiration from the monster that you kill, and you take its parts to create your armor, and they continue this beautiful theme throughout the whole armor, and there's just intricate little details. The thing that makes mine stand out is probably the amount of scales and spikes. There's literally thousands of handmade scales and spikes over the entire costume that I spent months working on. The part that I'm most proud of is probably the weapons. I created a beautiful bone texture on my twin rippers that looks just amazing, and I'm really proud of it.
Monster Hunter fans, make some noise right now. Come to this A where Ravlo's armor set. This costume was made over the course of 3 months using various techniques. The armor pieces were constructed of foam for the base and thousands of handcrafted foam scales, primed with flex bond and then airbrushed with different shades of blue and gunmetal silver. The leather details and belt were made using a mixture of veg tan and hand-dyed leather, pre-dyed offcuts and various buckles, and 3D printed attachment. The imitation chainmail was created using an imported fine silk fabric sewn into the shirt. The weapons were fabricated using a mixture of EVA foam and 3D printed parts, finished with more airbrushing and weathering, and all around a badass. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. This is how you cosplay, folks. You take an idea from things like Monster Hunter and bring it to life. Give her a big round of applause. Big round of applause for her. And here comes our next champion.
My costume is a big one. Much material I use for that costume. This is the big one. Competition international. This is my first C2E2. So very exciting, I think.
Here we go.
All right, from Indonesia, Mizuki Ottawa as the Worgen Shaman from World of Warcraft. This costume, based on a Worgen Shaman from World of Warcraft, took approximately 7 weeks of building and sewing using a total of 17 different materials, combining foam smithing, sewing techniques, resin casting, latex covering, and wood construction. The clothing is machine sewn using 8 kinds of fabric, but the synthetic fur is hand sewn piece by piece and tailored to cover the EVA foam base. The interior is polyurethane foam muscle covered with latex, and finally, wood is used to support the legs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indonesian champion, everyone.
No, what you should give it up for his handler cosplaying as White Guy.
You're an idiot.
Here comes our next champion.
I was so surprised when they speak to public and say Rosari Cosplay won this competition. It was in German, and I can't speak German, so I doesn't understand. And so I was like standing and smiling with others, and like, what's going on? What's happening? And everybody looked at me. It was like from bad soap opera. The newspapers was speaking like Rosari Cosplay doesn't realize that she won the competition.
Folks, here comes Rosari cosplaying against Philippa Eilhart from The Witcher 3. Top skirt is made of 9 meters and 2 different fabrics stripped into 150 pieces. It is decorated by several stripes of hand-dyed velour and hand embroidery along the edges. The underskirt is 6 meters of fabric with detailed pattern printed all over, using it to a line code stamp. Details are handmade, bobbin lace for a collar, hand-sewn, hand-sealed corset, sculpted and casted armors. The whole costume took about 350 hours to make, and absolutely fabulous, and showing why she is a global champion. Please give it up for Philippa Eilhart from The Witcher 3. I mean, freaky good. Come on, folks, give her a big round of applause, everybody, come on. Here comes our next champion.
I won the SG Singapore Comic Con like 3 months ago. I'm wearing my Junkrat Scarecrow version from the Overwatch. The costume is kind of revealing. And I'm a bit shy, so I need to like prepare for a lot, you know, because when you put it on, sometimes you go to event, you didn't put it on in public, and it's kind of like, you know, not wearing anything on top. It takes a while for me to get used to it. I just recently realized it only cost me 60 Singapore dollars to make that. It's probably around like $35, 30 US dollars. So I think it's like the cheapest cosplay costume that ever joined this competition, maybe. So yeah, pretty cool. I thought the idea is quite cool.
From Singapore, give it up for Daniel Adipatera as the Junkrat Scarecrow from Overwatch. This costume took 2 months to complete and another 2 months to add details. He remade some of the parts to improve the proportion, added LEDs, a fog maker, motor vibrators, speakers, and whatnot little by little. The eye goggles are made of thrown away plastic cup and soy sauce bottles, while the head mask is made of gunny sack that he picked up at the wet market because, hey, it's 2020. Let's save our planet through cosplay, everybody.
Folks, again, what a truly remarkable cosplay. With all of the animation to boot. Give this man a huge round of applause. Here comes our next champion.
The construction of the costume was really difficult because it had really small parts and there were a lot of angles involved. I love collecting toys and figures. So I started making like small sculptures. I did a workshop on sculpture, and also I was a sculptor before. I think I graduated from sculpture, like making things, toys, to like making myself a toy. So I was like, okay, if I can make it small and I can make props for him, I can make props for myself, and then I can show them around, and then you get good response, and then you get more pictures clicked than you do in your wedding. So I was like, yeah, this thing is fun.
Here we go, Samir Tika Marsala as Zinajay Galvos from Final Fantasy. Oh my goodness. It took over 5 months to build this costume. Materials used were foam, wood, fiberglass, resin, warbler, and many different type of cloth materials to achieve different textures and looks in the costume. The sword holster houses 3 swords and can spin like it does in the game. Once again, it can spin exactly the way it does in the game. Truly remarkable. And actually making that sword holster was actually the most difficult part to figure out. And I think not only is it amazing craftsmanship, amazing artistry, amazing ingenuity as well. Please, one more time, give Samira a huge round of applause, everybody. Holy moly. Well, those are our world champions. Now, this little break is going to be very, very quick. But in just a few moments, we're going to crown our world champion here. So, judges, one last time. You only got a quick second because the beer is getting warm. You're going to head to the back and figure out who's going to win this thing. One more time, give our judges a big round of applause, everybody. One more time, give our judges a huge round of applause as they head back to the stage. Big round of applause for them, folks. And now I need all of our international winners to please join us on stage. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's Batman. Come on, we'll give them a big round of applause as they head back to the stage. Big round of applause for them. Here we go. Folks, it is now time to crown our global champion. Again, these people up here right now represent cosplay excellence. Please give them a huge round of applause. This is cosplay excellence right here. This is simply amazing. Now, no matter what happens, everybody up here is already a champion. Now, here we go. I'm going to announce your name. When I do, please step forward, receive your medal and your check. Here we go. And our global champion final, coming in 3rd place, is Lilu Chris from France. That's Lagartha! They don't, see, there's a problem with this. They don't understand English. Lagartha? That's you. There it is, there it is. It's okay. I understand, I understand. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Big round of applause for her. Huge round of applause for her. I forgot that there's a language barrier. Here we go. Coming in 2nd place. Chicago, make some noise for Zephyr! Big round of applause. Now, my friends, I'm about to announce our champion of champions. This is big for us, okay? This is basically the Super Bowl cosplay, right? So when I announce their name, I need you to act like you've got a rocket ship in your booty and shoot up out of your seat and show them a whole lot of love. Coming in 1st place, and now crowned our global champion. Everybody, drum roll, please. Our winner is, from South Africa, Jinx Kitty Blood Priestess! One more time, give all of our cosplayers a huge round of applause. Take those pics, folks. Give them a big round of applause as they exit the stage. Big round of applause. These are our top 3 in the world, people. Give them a huge round of applause. Once again, folks, thank you guys so much for joining us here at C2E2 2020 right here in Chicago.
Also, because Reed Pop cares about cosplay, Reed Pop is launching cosplaycentral.com in the spring of 2020. It's your one-place stop online for everything cosplay. Make sure to check it out. Don't forget, we got the after party in the lobby.
It's a party.
Yeah.
We're going to party in the lobby, baby.
Yeah.
Party in the lobby. They got alcohol. Very excited about it. I'm gonna get a lager, maybe an IPA, maybe a mixed drink. Okay, you in, come on. Take those final photos, folks, and then we're gonna let the people who actually get paid to take pictures around here do what they gotta do. Thank you for hanging out. Look around yourself and grab your belongings. Remember, anything you leave here, you will find later on Facebook Marketplace. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great rest of your night. I hope to see you back tomorrow here at C2E2.